Norwood Radio Broadcasting, Skeleton Nation. Barebones Radio Broadcasting, Skeleton Nation. Norman Woodstock Spalding. Now, humans are the epitome of logic. This ant is not. Come here, you damn contraption. An ant is an idiot idea. Humans are not. You're not an idiot idea. You're priceless, adorable. You're the epitome of logic and failing it. That don't mean you're not. If humans, and when you fail everything about them, they're not. They're priceless. You're the epitome of logic. You're wonderful. There's not a damn thing wrong with you and couldn't be if you tried. Anybody calling you a sinner is an asshole. Anybody ever calls you a sinner, send them to me. Send them straight to me. I mean it. Anybody ever calls you a sinner, send them to me. I'll remind them about sinner. No, you're not. You're the epitome of logic. You're priceless. Adorable. Failing it? Oh, my. Oh, what? What isn't failing it here? How about your maker's prayer life? Ha! I want to ask you something. Logic. Hormones and gender. You get all done having sex. Why'd you do it again? You didn't have hormones. I mean the whole experience when you're old. And you look back at your sexual experiences. Oh my, the great time you had. Really? A lot of work for what? Did any of them ever appreciate it? You know how hard I had to work? Make her happy? You know how nice boy I had to be? When she's being an idiot? The patience for her inhibition? For what? Never did have one reason for any of it. And any female inhibition about sexual behavior is so stupid it's staggering. And that's why they behave so stupid in it. Don't they? They. Is there any logic there at all in a female crotch? Any. Would you like to be a Tampax? And experience that absence of logic all day long? Is there any logic in a male crotch? Would you like to be a male and go through that thing hanging around you all day long? Dumb idea. Hormones and gender is stupid. And not logical. And when you get done with it, you think, my God, if I didn't have it, I would have never, ever done anything, wasted my time like that. And my hormones and gender drove me like a whipped dog. And I told two kids one time necking in a park, as I wheeled up on my bike, and they looked up with smiles, probably 13, 14. I said, you children are not personalities yet, you are hormones. They looked at each other and looked at me and laughed in my face. I said, you understand that, don't you? And they said, yes. I said, stay skillful with your hormones. Treasure each other. They said, thank you. And I rode away. And they went back to kissing. Astounding, isn't it? They're not personalities yet. Their personality has been formed. Only it hasn't reached maturity, it hasn't experienced itself at all. Doesn't even know itself. Will it ever know itself? Can it see itself a personality when it's a mammal? What drives it more, the mammal or the personality? What is more influencing that human being? Personality or mammal? Should experience what? Never mind. To steer. Does the who steer it or the what steer it? What has more influence over a human being? It's what or it's who? The who is curious of the what. The what runs the show. Absolutely, the what is what lives, not the who. Who might never get to live. Not understanding what? Who might never get to live with that human being? Who knows? You? What knows? Does anything? Does anything have the knowledge of that? Has there been a study made of that one? When they're worried about Mars? The effort fooling around with studying Mars, how in God's name have humans put their best foot forward and studied this planet yet? The difference between who and what, and everybody would understand that at this point. Why isn't that clearly understood, the lessons of all these societies that lived ahead of us, and all their lessons learned, explained to us by these educators, and pointed out to us? And certainly nothing like that is happening at all, and farther from that is their intent. They're into using you as shields to grab more out of a bankrupt kitty. They are using humans as child labor for 12 years, just whipping them worse than somebody having them in a berry field, working their little fingers to the bone bloody. They work their mind to less than that and leave them in a state of muddy. Oh yeah, they do. Self-image-wise and in terms of the state of the ambient atmosphere, this is bright red that's starving every human around. It's failing because humans are liars to themselves. This will never work. As long as humans are not honest with themselves, this will never work. Got to get off here.